Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Soph and I make what I eat in a week videos every week. I live with my partner and our rescue greyhound, Sol, and I show you realistic, simple, vegan and veggie meals, which I hope inspire you to cook from scratch. Welcome back to a new video. I hope you're doing really good. You join me on a Sunday today as I do a little bit of meal prep. We are going away next Thursday, just for a long weekend, partly working, partly not. But I did want to do a little bit. I wanted to get ahead on my lunches, and also I'm making a breakfast item, which is fun. So yeah, I thought I'd just bring you along for that today. You might not see this video until like a week later because we're away, there's not that many meals to show you this week. So yeah, sorry if there was no video last week, but that is just how things roll when this is just a fun little hobby for me. But I do like making these videos and getting them up every week where I can. Anywho, I did some meal prep earlier. I didn't film it just because it's really similar to what I did last week, which is just tofu, chickpeas and broccoli, and I did it all in the air fryer using this seasoning from M&S, which is chicken seasoning. Obviously you don't have to use it for chicken, you can use it for whatever you want. It's paprika, garlic and sea salt mostly, and yeah, really tasty. I had some of this for lunch in a wrap with some different sauces and some lettuce and stuff, so that's my lunch at least for the next 2 days, which will be nice and is super handy. It was actually my 28th birthday yesterday and we went to M&S yesterday. That was one of the things that I wanted to do. It sounds really basic and boring potentially for some people, but I wanted to go to a big M&S and just like pick out some treats. So Elle was like, get whatever you want, and I got lots of different things. Some of them you might see in this video, some of them I might have already eaten but this was one of those things. I got some nice dips. I also got some oyster mushrooms, which is a bit random to pick out some oyster mushrooms, but I find it really hard to find packs of just oyster mushrooms. Sainsbury's and Tesco's don't do them here, so I was so excited to see packs of just oyster mushrooms because I really like deep frying them and making oyster mushroom wings. They're so good, and I can imagine coated in this seasoning as well. They're going to be delicious. So I'm going to make that this week. You'll see it in this week's video, so stay tuned. But yeah, amongst other things, so Elle also picked up some bits for himself. We just love M&S, and we never get to go to the big one. It was actually our first time going to the big one near us. We always just go to one that's in like a shopping centre, and it's not super exciting. It's quite small. But yeah, other than that, I just had a very chilled birthday. We went and had pizza in the park and it was lovely. But yeah, as I said, Sunday today. I've done some meal prep already. I'm going to pop this in the fridge. But anyway, the thing I wanted to make with you now is some baked oats. I've got this bag of Scottish porridge oats, and I'm partial to an overnight oats, I'm partial to porridge, but I haven't made baked oats before, I don't think. I have a memory of potentially making them, but I think they turned out bad. I might have overcooked them or something, I can't remember. So I grabbed a recipe off Madeline Olivia's website. I use her website all the time. I really recommend if you're just looking for like simple vegan recipes that aren't overcomplicated or anything like that. If I'm making something a bit more complicated, I'll tend to go to like a recipe book or something, but for really simple stuff, like Elle made a bolognese from her website this week. Yeah, highly recommend. I'll leave it in the description. So I've grabbed a recipe off of there. I've got some bananas as well. I'm gonna throw in some dark chocolate because I actually got this because I thought I was gonna make banana bread, but I decided because we're going away and also the cupboard is full of sweet treats from my birthday, I don't need any more. I would make baked oats instead. I'm also not a huge banana person, but I do like them in banana bread and things like that, so I'm hoping that I'll like this. So yeah, I've got this little baking tray. I'm hoping it's big enough. If it's not, I'll just decant everything into another one, and I'm just going to put everything in here and mix it with a fork. So really simple. Like I said, I'll leave this recipe in the description. But let's do that now, and I don't think it takes long to cook. Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. So let's see how this goes. Tuesday. Elle cooked last night. He made some really, really good pasta. And tonight I'm cooking and I'm so excited for tonight's dinner. Honestly, we both are, because this is something we love but we hardly ever have. I mentioned that when I was at M&S we picked up some oyster mushrooms, which I've got here. I've got 2 packs of these and we're essentially going to make oyster mushroom wings. I'll leave the recipe that I'm using down below. It's from TikTok. I'm going to follow it loosely because it is pretty straightforward. You essentially need to make like a wet batter and a dry batter, coat it in those, and then deep fry the mushrooms. So it's fairly straightforward. It just takes a little while to fry them off basically, but it's pretty simple. I've done it before and yeah, it's honestly delicious. It's so, so good. Yeah, this is kind of how many you get. I'm gonna see how we go. I might cook some chips to go with these. I was just gonna make some salad, and I will make some salad, but I'll see how it's looking and like how much it looks like we've got here, because yeah, you don't get loads and loads, and I want to make sure that we've got enough food. Also, this is like a really good crowd pleasing dish. I've made this for 5 or 6 people I think before, and it went down really, really well. Again, it just takes a little while to cook because you have to kind of cook them in batches. Obviously there's only so much like pan space unless you had like 4 pans on the go or something. And yeah, I'm just gonna crack on, to be honest. I don't have much to say about this one other than it is delicious, and if you haven't tried it you definitely should. So on Wednesday I decided to make a slow cooker meal, essentially kind of like a chili. I roasted some normal potatoes for Elle and some sweet potatoes for me, and I fried off some mushrooms in a pan towards the end and then added them in to the slow cooker that had been going all day, which was just like lentils, beans, chopped tomatoes, carrots, that kind of thing. A super simple dinner, but something we have quite regularly when I don't really want to put too much effort into cooking and I just want to put it on in the morning and forget about it. But yeah, it was really yummy. So since those last clips you just saw, it's been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, essentially I was just away a lot. I was away all of Easter and we were away before that as well, just in the UK seeing like friends and family, but I just haven't been home very much. And when I have been home for like a few days at a time, I was just making things like pesto pasta or a stir fry, so I didn't film it, so sorry that there hasn't been a video for like 2 weeks. But I'm back now, and yeah, this is just going to slot into the clips you've already seen from a couple of weeks ago because I still wanted to use those. Sorry about the noise of the washing machine, I'm just doing some laundry today. Anyway, this is a really big Sainsbury shop because like I said, we've been away, we don't have much at all. It came to £120 and we've got 4 bags of stuff, so I'm going to whiz through this, or whiz as much as I can. I'm going to put it away hopefully while I'm talking to you. Let me show you what we've bought. Did I say it's from Sainsbury's? Yeah, and this should do us a couple of weeks, which is great. So yes, this first bag hasn't got loads in it, the rest have more. We've got some rich salted crisps, some medjool dates. I'm thinking about making some brownie balls or something with dates, I don't know yet. some garlic and herb breadcrumbs. I'm going to do cauliflower burgers potentially this week, and I wanted some breadcrumbs to coat it in. Some more giant couscous. Don't have any of that right now. A huge tin of pickles. These are my absolute favourite pickles, and they last ages because it's a huge jar, so I had to get some more. A tin of sun-dried tomatoes, some rice vinegar. I wanted to make like a cucumber salad type thing for one of my lunches this week. Got some crackers, garlic, sesame oil and soy sauce. And then we've got a bunch of tins. So we've got black beans, butter beans and cannellini beans. Yeah. I'm just really in my bean phase right now. I love having beans. We're actually going to do a bean dish tonight and maybe tomorrow as well. Tonight I'm going to make black bean tacos in the oven, so I'll show you that later, of course. Yeah, loads of beans, and also Heinz beans because Elle likes Heinz beans. Okay, next bag. Got some soft tacos. I really enjoyed the shredded tofu tacos we had quite recently. Yeah, I'm just loving tacos at the minute. I'm doing the crunchy tacos tonight, but I will also probably do some soft tacos either this week or next week. I've got 2 bags of brown fusilli, some udon noodles, corn flour because we're completely out. I also got some orecchiette, which is just this type of pasta. I haven't had this in ages and it's really good. I like having different pasta shapes. This was a bit of a treat actually. It's not something I get very often at all, but it was in a deal with a couple of other things which I'll show you, but it's some burrata cheese. If you're vegan, obviously this isn't of interest to you, but if you're veggie like me, I still enjoy cheese now and again. I do like vegan cheese. I've got some vegan cheese in here and also in the fridge, but a burrata is just one of my favourite things. Yeah, not gonna deny myself of that, so I'm very excited about that. Also got some pearl barley. Went out of this and I used this in a ragu. Some more almond butter. I think I'm gonna make homemade granola at some point if I get around to it, hopefully at the weekend. Some yogurt, just one of those because I've already got some in the fridge. Some tofu. I didn't go as crazy as I did last time, but I've got 1 teriyaki and 2 plain in here. Got some onions, a stick of garlic bread, variety of milks. I've got 1 almond, 1 oat and 2 coconut, all from Plenish. They're my favourite. I try and get them when they're on offer though. And then yeah, like I said, some vegan cheese. So I've got the Cathedral City vegan cheese. We like that one. And also in this bag is just some bleach, which I need to go put in the bathroom. Genuinely feels never ending, but next bag, which is a very full one. Lamb suckers, coriander. Oh, these are the dips. Oh, I'm gonna try some of these this afternoon, I feel like, but I got the pecorino and tomato dip and extra smooth red pepper hummus. Those were in the deal with the burrata. Some specialty mushrooms, I always get these. Got 2 packs. Some Richmond pieces. Cottage cheese. I'm in my cottage cheese era right now, I eat it a lot. Some Oatly creams. Lemons and limes. Got a couple of cucumbers. Some red peppers. Some spring onions and a lentil dal soup for Elle. Some Pink Lady apples and some little tomatoes. I got 2 of these super sprouts, which I love just having on like salads or anything really. And 2 close cup chestnut mushrooms. And then some freezer stuff. I got a bag of veggie gyoza. I saw a girl on TikTok have cucumber salad with veggie gyoza for lunch, and now it's all I want, so I'm gonna have it. I got 2 packs of these cauliflower hash browns. I had these in the last shop for the first time and we loved them, so 2 bags because we went through them really quickly. This isn't pork sausages and plant pioneers meatballs. These are on a really good deal actually, which is nice. Also got some frozen broccoli and some Linda McCartney vegan pies. And then some halloumi and some cocktail sausages. Another bag done. I got 2 of these protein pizzas. I'm probably going to put one of these in the freezer, but I really like those. Some Jason's malted. Some Choco Leibniz biscuits. And then this bag is all like vegetables, so I will just chat you through it. But they had a deal on the veg. Loads of it was 15p for Easter, so we got 2 bags of potatoes, a bag of carrots and some parsnips. So they subbed the parsnips, but that's fine. Also some cauliflower and 3 broccoli and a couple of bananas. And that's everything. I'm going to put that veg away though, but I feel like I managed to keep that to like 10 minutes, which is good because sometimes I can talk about my food shop for like half an hour and that would be a whole video. But yeah, that's our food shop. Like I said, making tacos tonight and then we'll come to the next few meals after that. But I hope you enjoyed seeing what we got in our food shop. I really like seeing what people get in their food shops. I love being nosy. I need to finish putting this away and then yeah, I'll see you later to make dinner. So it's the evening now and I'm just starting to make dinner. As I mentioned, we're doing black bean tacos. I've got these crispy taco shells. I'll probably use about half of them. I'm going to lay them out on the baking tray. And then for the taco mix, I'm going to do black beans. You could kind of turn them into like refried beans, but I don't really like smush them too much. And I'm going to do red onion, and I've also got some of the specialty mushrooms, which I think would be nice in this. I might also add some other stuff, I'm not sure. I think that's a good place to start. I'll probably make a fresh little salsa to go on top. Elle's not a big salsa fan though, so he'll just have like some cucumber. And I also thought I'd roast some broccoli just so we have like some greens. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to chop up the broccoli and put that in the oven, and then we'll get started on making the taco mix, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Also, Elle sharpened our knives yesterday for the first time since we got them, and oh my god, the difference it makes is crazy. This is your reminder if you need it to sharpen your knives, because it was a game changer. So this is our little baking tray of broccoli. I'm just going to put some oil and some salt on it, probably, I reckon, and I'm going to get some oil in this frying pan as well. And yeah, that's going in the oven now. So it's the next day now, it's Wednesday, and I'm just about to start making dinner. This has been something that I've wanted to make for a little while now, and I'm only just getting around to it. But basically, we're going to make a butterbean and Filo pastry pie. So I'm using my, oh this is so heavy, cast iron pan, and I'm going to cook everything in here and then put the Filo on top and put it in the oven. You don't have to do that, you could move it into a baking tray to put in the oven, but I just want to save on washing up. So I got this recipe from Amanda Ducks. I'll leave her linked in the description. I am going to probably change it a little bit, as I always do with recipes, just to fit our tastes. But the kind of main ingredients are onion, You add a bit of flour and milk to kind of make a creamy sauce. I do have Oatly cream though, so you could do either. I think I'll do what she did, and if I feel like it needs to be creamier, I can add some of that in. Butter beans, of course. We've got miso, vegetable stock powder. I need to look at her making it again just to double check if I've missed anything. I also got out some sun-dried tomatoes. I think that could be nice in the pie for a bit of tomatowiness. I think that's everything. Like I said, I'll leave it in the description, and also I'll film what I'm doing so you can see. And then I've also just got some more broccoli out because we had, I don't think I actually filmed the broccoli being done yesterday, but we had in like a side bowl, a bowl of broccoli roasted in the oven for quite a while with some crispy onions, some salt and some everything but bagel seasoning on, just a little bit, and it was so good. I was sat there just like eating broccoli with a fork, which I'm someone that has kind of like grown to love vegetables since I was younger. I mean, I love a lot of vegetables now, but most of the time like in things. There's a few exceptions, like Brussels sprouts, crispy kale, things like that. Anyway, this broccoli was delicious, so I'm gonna make it again to go on the side. Oh yeah, she did put peas in this pie, but I forgot to buy peas. Just forgot they were in this, to be honest. So yeah, adding green on the side. Oh, and also she does crispy tofu and adds that in to the mixture, which I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, anyway, gonna crack on. Let's do this.